practically in a throuple with my boyfriend's best friend. 2 years ago my boyfriend, 29 male, and I, 29 male, moved together to his hometown. We met in a city in a different country about 6 months before COVID hit, and moved about a year later. Since we've been here, I've been struggling to make friends and fit in. I'm trying to learn the language but it takes time, but it's all worth it because I love him like crazy. However, there is one thing that bugs me. His best friend is always around and she very dependent on his company and attention. In the entire time I've been here, we haven't once gone on a date or for dinner together, just the two of us. I've tried countless times, booking restaurants and everything, but every time she ends up wanting to see him and we have to cancel the date. She's lovely and I love seeing her, but he seems to prioritize her over me so often that it gets really frustrating. Last night for example, we decided to spend the evening at home when she called my boyfriend begging him to come to dinner with her and their other friends as she didn't want to go, alone. This meant that I spent my Friday evening alone at home instead. This morning we agreed that we'd go on a date tonight, and of course he ended up feeling guilty because he didn't want to leave her alone with their other friends, and we cancelled our date. I don't know what to do. I love him and she's very sweet and a really good friend to me too, but I need to be able to take my boyfriend out every so often and have some time together. Edit. Just to make it clear, as it seems many of the commentators didn't notice. My boyfriend and I are both guys. This is not okay. If you didn't refer to him as your boyfriend I would think he was hers. You need to have a serious discussion about boundaries. Try to avoid threats or ultimatums though, especially if you're not willing to follow through. If it all goes well, he will then need to have a conversation with her about said boundaries. You need to set boundaries about him changing your plans last minute and not prioritizing your alone time. It isn't reasonable to cancel or change plans so that she isn't alone with their friends. They are her friends too. It doesn't actually make any sense. If she was a good friend, she would understand and respect the fact that you two need time alone together. I could not imagine third-wheeling my best friends and their so's all the time. Maybe she's just really codependent. Regardless, you need to set boundaries with him, he needs to set boundaries with her, and everyone needs to respect the boundaries and compromise. Good luck. She's not sweet, she's manipulative. She knows full well that by being overly sweet to you, you will feel bad about setting boundaries and your boyfriend won't buy that she's doing anything bad. Please don't be so naive. This is not normal or acceptable. You need to be extremely honest with your boyfriend. Do you think for a second that he'd be okay if you had a male friend who did this? She's not alone, she's with friends. Even if she was alone, so what? She doesn't need supervision. If being alone is so bad, again, she's not alone. Why is it okay that he forced you to be alone? If alone is this unbearable thing that cannot be tolerated, why did he make you suffer it? He's treating you like shit and you're letting him. Why? Idgaf how sweet. She is. It's absolute bullshit to leave you at home because she can't be alone and then to cancel your next date? She's not your friend and she isn't his because she wants to fuck him. Those are incompatible. Edit to add. Read ops edit. I still think she wants to fuck your boyfriend. We already have plans. You need to find someone else to accompany you. Why was he okay to leave you alone but she cannot go out with her own friends alone? He needs a good talking to. This morning we agreed that we'd go on a date tonight, and of course he ended up feeling guilty because he didn't want to leave her alone with their other friends, and we cancelled our date. That's a pretty big red flag. Like time to break up red flag. My sister made me waste $350 and won't even acknowledge it. A few weeks ago my sister, 26 female, called me bawling and told me her boyfriend, 24 male, who she moved cross-country with cheated on her and that she wanted to come back. She begged for a ticket to fly back. I bought her one and even sent her extra $1 to fly her dog. Day of flight came and she missed her flight. For over 2 weeks now she claims she is going to change the ticket and fly back. This isn't happening. She can't even change it anymore. She is definitely choosing to stay and struggle with him. Fine. I don't care. Stay then. But this isn't the first time I've had to spend my hard-earned money to get her out of a bind. I'm 32 female, expecting a baby soon and my maternity leave is only partially covered, meaning I don't have extra money to just throw away now. She hasn't even apologized for not following through and making me spend money she knows I don't have to just throw around. I'm so angry to the point I don't even want to talk to her anymore. Her life is a mess and it's always because she makes terrible relationship choices. And she is always pulling me and other family into it. How do I lovingly say I will not be able to help her out of her problems anymore? I have trouble setting boundaries because I carry a lot of guilt from the kind of person I was in my childhood and the fact all of our immediate family is dead. Too long did not read. How do I set boundaries with my sister? How do I lovingly say I will not be able to help her out of her problems anymore? I love you, but I will no longer be able to financially help you with relationship problems. I have a child on the way and need to be focusing on providing for my baby. I'll always support you but cannot do it in this way anymore. Your sister will learn the hard way that it is a boy who cried wolf situation because the time will come when she is legitimately ready to leave, or escape, and make the leap, but you will not be willing to provide her the funds. Sorry, I can't help you with money anymore. All of my spare income is going to baby now. But I cannot emphasize the fact that the best way to draw this boundary is to not give her any more money for anything. Not a small thing, not a big thing, anything. Anything. This is the way. You can even lie, say that the check's in the mail, and don't send it. Eventually one of two things will happen. 1. She will just stop asking for money. 2. You will get so used to saying no that it won't feel emotionally difficult for you. But the no needs to be automatic and consistent. No negotiating, no details, no conversations. No, not in my budget. I'd tell her to start saving money because her boyfriend will cheat on her again and this time you aren't paying for it. You have your own family and state of mind and finances to deal with, you don't need her drama. She needs to know your well is dry. I swear every family has at least one like that. When you are calmer you can tell her that you're upset and that she needs to know that's in the future you won't be able to bail her out. You have a baby coming and your family needs to be your main priority. She is going to get mad. She is going to accuse you of things. She is going to deny all the times you helped her or that she doesn't make bad choices. Don't throw things back in her face. Focus on what the boundaries are now going forward. No money, no rescues. Good luck and congratulations on the baby. Think of it as a loan gone bad. Consider the $350 the, I don't have to deal with her shit anymore fee. Trust me, it's money well spent and you got off cheap. Don't be shy about it. Okay sister, I'm going to write off the money I spent on that flight, but it stops here. From now on, bail yourself out. Boyfriend lately has been telling me to text him when I arrive at work. I noticed I had my favorite pair of Pro Nike shorts in my top drawer before July 4th. I just tried looking for them and they are buried in my dirty clothes hamper. They don't smell like B.O. or nothing. Before that I notice one of my sexual eatable body gels is sitting on my dresser too when I'm pretty sure I put those all away in my dresser. I think my boyfriend's fucking someone else. I want to get a secret camera that looks like a charger. I know I should leave. He won't answer or fess up to anything unless caught in the act. What do you think I should do? Pretend you're going to work. Text him when you'd normally arrive but be around the corner waiting for him. By the time you go on Reddit and ask if your boyfriend is cheating? By the time you are thinking about getting a secret camera to catch him in the act? I fear your relationship is so far in the toilet. Your relationship is so messed up. Give it up. I mean, all you really have to do is get a Ring camera. Hide it in the front by the door. You'll be able to see if a girl is coming in, right on your phone. Then you can save the footage and send it to him. What if he's putting your clothes on and masturbating while wearing them? I mean, definitely get a camera as long as you own the home or your name's on the lease. It's not illegal to put cameras in your own place. But I'd want evidence before I kicked him out for cheating. If it's just cross-dressing, then decide if that's a deal-breaker for you. If he's so sloppy that he's doing it in your own bed, you won't even need a camera to catch him. Play dumb. Pretend you're at work one day, text him saying you're at work, and then walk in the door. He will be there with another girl, you will have the proof that you feel you need, and you can dump him. I really want to know what you end up doing. My 25F husband, 26M, wants to pull off WWE moves on me. Throwaway for obvious reasons. I honestly don't know how to even begin explaining this. He had seemed like a regular guy with normal interests throughout our relationship, but last night he came up to me real nervous, so I asked him what's wrong. He told me that he wants to try something new tonight, and well, I had considered myself quite sexually open-minded, so I said cool, what is it? He then proceeded to explain this move called the powerbomb, in which I would be picked up such that I would be on his shoulders and then he would slam me back first onto the mat and then we would have sex. Like any rational person, I thought he was kidding around, but oh no, he seems to be quite bent on this. I asked my sister for advice and she said that I should just let him do it once and get it out of his system, but I have done my research and actual professional wrestlers have been forced into retirement from this one move. He keeps assuring me that he won't actually slam me and that it's a bed not a wrestling ring, but I'm not buying any of it. I understand that men get off on power and I'm quite petite, so I doubt that he would have any difficulties pulling this off, but I don't want to live the rest of my life traumatized due to something which may or may not occur as a direct result of this. PL's advice Reddit. Sorry, I can't take this seriously. Especially with that name, ha ha ha. Damn, he wants to be the Undertaker performing the last ride powerbomb and then the next one is Tombstone Piledriver, so be prepared for that if you agree to go through with this one. Don't do anything, sexually at least, that you're not comfortable with. Remember, WWE superstars and divas put their bodies, their careers and their lives on the line. They have spent years training and have a lifetime of experience. But what entertains you tears their bodies apart. So cheer for them, admire them, believe in them, but leave the action to them. Please do not try this at home. Speaking as someone who does both BDSM and martial arts, your husband is acting like a nitwit. The phrasing, people who have actual training sometimes do serious injury with that technique. You don't have any training and I like my neck how it is. No. Might help. Make sure to counter with a stone cold stunner.